Putting lemons with cloves around your home can make that friendly enemy, the one who smiles on the outside, start to fall apart without even understanding why. But before I explain how this works, let me ask you something straight. Have you ever felt like everything goes downhill right after you share good news? You tell someone about a blessing, a win, a breakthrough in your life, and within a few days things start going wrong. Unexpected bills, random arguments, or that strange, heavy feeling hanging in your home. Have you ever noticed certain looks people give you? Or those little jokes that sound harmless on the surface but sting on the inside? People congratulating you, but deep down you can feel they're not happy for you. If, while I'm talking, you feel this has happened to you, write honestly in the comments, "Yes, I've felt this." And this isn't just something to type for no reason. When you acknowledge what you feel and put it into words, you start pulling that energy out of silence and opening space for healing. And you'll also realize you're not alone. A lot of people go through silent attacks and think they're just imagining things. Now listen closely. What you call bad luck isn't always coincidence. Many times it's heavy energy in motion, thoughts, emotions, and poisoned intentions that someone sends your way, turning into invisible arrows that slip into your home, attached to your body, your path, your sleep. And the most dangerous enemy isn't the one who yells. It's the one who hides behind a smile, the hug that squeezes a little too tight, the person who asks about your life not because they care, but because they want to know if you've fallen yet. If one day you find a lemon in your home looking like that, don't ignore it. Later on, I'll explain exactly what it means and why it can be one of the strongest signs of spiritual attack. That's why today I'm revealing a simple, ancient, silent ritual you can do with something you probably already have in your kitchen: 3 lemons and 9 cloves. It's not for cooking. It's not to make your house smell good. It's to absorb envy, cut spiritual sabotage, and weaken the energy of anyone who wants to see you fall. But there's one detail almost nobody tells you. This ritual won't work if you place the lemons just anywhere. There are 3 specific spots in your home where energy moves, gathers, or gets stuck. If you place them in the right spots, protection activates. If not, it's like leaving your front door wide open for negativity. Stay with me until the end, because the 3rd spot is the least known and the most powerful. And it's exactly where many spiritual enemies try to reach you while you sleep. Not every enemy is loud. In fact, the most dangerous ones barely make a sound. They're the ones who hug you but squeeze a little too tight. The ones who ask about your life not out of care, but to see if you've stumbled. These people seem completely normal on the outside. Family, co-workers, neighbors, even someone you consider a friend. They don't show up with black candles and chains. They show up smiling, saying, "I'm happy for you." But inside, a part of them can't stand seeing you at peace. The problem is, their emotions don't stay locked inside their chest. They turn into waves. Repeated thoughts, hidden wishes, traveling like energetic arrows. And those arrows don't disappear into thin air. They go straight toward the target. You, your home, your bed, your path. That's why many of the signs you feel don't come from your mind or a bad day. They are symptoms of an energetic attack. Look closely and see if any of these signs have already shown up in your life. A heavy feeling in your body or in your home, with no clear reason. Sudden bad luck. Things that always worked smoothly start getting stuck. Arguments that pop up out of nowhere over the smallest things. A different kind of exhaustion. The kind that even sleep doesn't fix. Restless nights, heavy dreams. That sense of pressure on your chest. Blocks in your finances or in your love life. With no logical explanation. Plants that wilt quickly in certain corners of your home. Objects that fall, break, or burn out for no reason at all. All of this can be energy being sent your way. It doesn't mean you have to live in fear, but it does mean you need to learn how to protect yourself. If at least one of these signs has shown up in your life, comment below with the number of the one that hit you the hardest. For example, if the heavy feeling stood out the most, comment 1. If it was the financial blocks, comment 6. If it was objects breaking, comment 8. This helps you release what you're holding in, and it helps me understand how many people are going through this quietly. And this is where the 3 lemons with cloves come in. They're not some silly superstition. They work like a silent shield, cutting energetic arrows, absorbing envy, and slowly weakening the energy of anyone who feeds off your pain. A lot of people ask, why lemons and cloves? Why not another fruit, another plant, another object? In the spiritual world, the lemon is one of the strongest absorbers of energy. It pulls in everything that's heavy, sour, toxic, or poisoned. In energetic language, a lemon is like a spiritual magnet. It pulls envy, the evil eye, and negative thoughts. Cloves, on the other hand, are natural sealers. They're not just for flavoring food. In many old traditions, including here in the U.S. among folk healers, root workers, and old Southern practices, cloves are used as protection, as guardians. They help neutralize, seal, and break what's coming at you. When you combine lemon and clove, you're not doing some random charm. You're creating a spiritual filter. The lemon pulls in the heavy energy, the clove seals it and weakens the force behind the attack. Some call this magic. I call it spiritual intelligence, but pay attention to this. There's no use creating this filter and placing it anywhere. If you put the lemon somewhere energy doesn't move, the ritual loses power. Inside your home, there are points where energy enters, gathers, or gets stuck. And those are the exact points that spiritual enemies try to connect with. In a moment, I'm going to show you the first spot, your front door. And you'll understand why so many strange things start happening right after someone steps into your home, or even when they think about you from the outside in. But keep this close to your heart. Lemons and cloves are not meaningless lucky charms. They are tools that work when you combine the right element, the right location, and the right intention. So let's start with the first place, your front door. Your door is so much more than wood, metal, or glass. It is the main filter between what's out there and what you allow into your life. Everything that gets sent toward you, jealous looks, poisoned comments, thoughts of failure, twisted prayers, tries to cross that boundary. And guess which spot that energy tries to enter through first? The door. That's why the first lemon with cloves goes right here. How to do it? Grab a fresh, firm lemon with no dark spots. Take a deep breath while holding it in your hands, as if you were pouring into it everything you no longer want, crossing the threshold of your home. Then push 3 cloves into the lemon, forming a triangle. A triangle represents protection, closure, and spiritual guarding. Visually, this is a powerful moment. You can show your hand piercing the lemon in a slow-motion close-up, with a soft green-yellow glow around it. It helps the viewer feel that this ritual is real, tangible. After that, place the lemon on the floor beside the door, or on a small table, console, or shoe rack, something close to the entrance but discreet. And here comes the most important part, the activation phrase. When you place the lemon down, say firmly, even if it's in a low voice, "What isn't mine stops here. What's sent against me breaks here. This is my sacred boundary." In that moment, imagine a line of light forming across your doorway like a shield. Blessings can enter. Poisoned energy stays trapped in the lemon. This lemon needs to be replaced every 7 days, or sooner if you notice it turning dark, shriveling quickly, or looking strange. When that happens, don't get frightened. Recognize that it absorbed something that wasn't yours. It did its job. Soon I'll explain the most dangerous sign this lemon can show and what it reveals about the level of spiritual attack coming your way. But first, we need to talk about the second place. And this one isn't about your doorway. It's about you. The second lemon is the most intimate one. It doesn't just protect your home. It protects your spirit. Your bedroom is where your guard drops. It's where you cry quietly, where you rest, where you think about life, where you unravel after a long day. Your clothes hold your sweat, your scent, your vibration. It's like each piece carries a bit of your story from that day. When someone thinks of you with envy, resentment, or wishes to see you fall, that energy seeks out this emotional field to enter and hit you directly. Here, the lemon with cloves becomes an emotional shield. How to do it? Grab the second lemon. Insert 3 cloves forming another triangle just like the first one, but this time do it while thinking about everything that touches your heart, your self-esteem, your joy, your inner strength. Place this lemon near your closet, near your bed, or wherever you keep the clothes you wear most often. As you set the lemon down, take a deep breath and declare firmly, "My energy belongs to me. Anything trying to steal my strength dissolves. My light is untouchable. My essence is sacred." This isn't poetry. It's a spiritual command. You're telling the energy, what's mine stays. What steals my peace loses power. This lemon also needs to be replaced whenever you notice it becoming really wrinkled and spotted, a dirty-looking yellow, or giving off a strange smell. That's a sign it absorbed energy for you. that it carried part of the weight that was being sent toward your emotional life. And here's an important detail. If this second lemon goes bad much faster than the first one, it can be a sign that the attack is coming straight at you. Your light, your path, your personal growth. If you feel like this video is opening your eyes to things you've already been sensing deep down, go ahead and subscribe now so you don't miss the next protection rituals. I don't share these teachings to scare you. I share them to give you tools. Each video is another piece of a complete protection map we're building together. Now we arrive at the third lemon, the one that seals the entire ritual. If the first lemon protects the entrance and the second protects your emotional field, the third protects the place where you're most vulnerable. When you sleep, under your bed, energy builds up. Leftover thoughts from the day, fears you never speak out loud, worries you keep pushing aside, dreams, nightmares, fragments you don't remember in the morning. Spiritually, the space under your bed is one of the most sensitive areas of your home. That's where your energy is exposed, because that's where your body rests and your soul opens up the most. The third lemon with cloves is the guardian of that space. How to do it? Grab the third lemon. Push in the final 3 cloves, again forming a triangle. As you press those cloves in, bring to mind everything that unsettles you at night. Fear of the future, money worries, the feeling that someone is watching you, that pressure on your chest when you try to sleep. Now carefully, place this lemon right in the center under your bed, not off to the side, not tossed in a corner, right in the middle, as if it were a hidden point of light beneath you. If it's hard to reach, use a tray, a cloth, anything that helps you slide it into place. Once it's there, say firmly, even if it's in a whisper, "I protect my dreams and my rest." The darkness breaks. No enemy crosses this boundary. In that moment, imagine a circle of protection forming under your bed. Any energy that tries to approach you while you sleep hits that lemon, charged with light, and loses its strength. This third lemon is the one you'll watch the closest. If it goes bad slowly, that means steady cleansing. If it darkens very quickly, or looks rotten in a way that seems unusual, it can indicate a heavier attack directed at you during the night. In just a moment, I'm going to explain exactly what to do when that happens. If you realize that any of the 3 lemons rotted way too fast or turned black. But before I tell you what to do in that situation, I want to show you a complementary ritual. Simple but extremely powerful. For those moments when you feel that something spiritual has been working against you for a long time. If you feel the situation has crossed the line, that the envy is old, that someone has pulled the rug out from under you more than once, or that there are spiritual works directed at you, then alongside the 3 lemons, you can use this ritual to reinforce your protection. It doesn't replace what you've already done. It strengthens it. It's like placing a filter right in the heart of your home. You'll need a clear glass cup, clean water, a few drops of lemon juice, 3 whole cloves. Step by step, fill the cup halfway with clean water. Squeeze a few drops of lemon into the water as if you were releasing into it everything that feels heavy or stuck. Drop in the 3 cloves one at a time, imagining each one as a small guardian of light cutting through envy, evil eye, and spiritual interference. Place the cup in the center of your home. This could be in your living room on a small table, or wherever you feel the energy tends to gather. When you set the cup down, say, "Whatever was sent against me dissolves. Jealousy loses its power. I am free." Leave the cup there for 24 hours. It will act like an energetic sweeper, pulling into itself some of the charge that's been floating through your space. The next day, don't reuse that water for anything. Take it to a drain. The sink or the shower drain is fine. And as you pour it out, say, "What doesn't belong to me leaves with this water. Nothing stays. Nothing returns. It is undone." After that, wash the cup normally and put it away. You can repeat this complementary ritual anytime your home feels too heavy, or whenever you notice the lemons deteriorating quickly. In just a moment, I'll tell you the main reactions you might feel after doing these rituals, and what each one is trying to show you. A lot of people do a ritual and the very next day want to know, did it work? Did anything change? With lemons and cloves, it's no different. There are very clear signs that the energy has started to move. After placing the 3 lemons, at your door, near your clothes, and under your bed, you might begin to notice. 1. A feeling of lightness, a sense of relief in the space, like the air suddenly feels less heavy. Some rooms start to feel more breathable. Sometimes even the silence feels different. 2. Deeper sleep. You start sleeping with fewer jolts, waking up less tired, and your dreams become clearer or less oppressive. 3. A shift in your mood. You feel a little lighter, more motivated to tidy up, open windows, reorganize your space, almost like something inside you finally started breathing again. 4. Distance from toxic people. People who used to cling to you, complaining, draining your energy, may start pulling away for no clear reason. Sometimes they stop texting, sometimes they disappear for a while. Don't be alarmed. When the light grows, those who can't handle that light get uncomfortable. 5. Strange contact from people who envy you. Someone you know doesn't root for you might suddenly reach out with a weird conversation, an odd comment, or an unexpected request. Often that's the energy bouncing back to the one who sent it. 6. Lemons deteriorating faster. This is one of the strongest signs. If you notice that one of the lemons, especially the one by the door or in your bedroom, darkens quickly, turns black, or shrivels within a few days, it means it's absorbing a heavy amount of energy. And remember that completely black lemon I asked you to picture at the beginning of the video? That's what I meant. This isn't to make you panic, and it's to help you understand that there is an energetic reality behind many things you live through. If this happens to you, I want you to do 2 things. Replace the lemon immediately with a fresh one, repeating the decree. Then write in the comments, "My lemon darkened quickly," so I can see how many people are dealing with stronger attacks. Just the act of naming what's happening already breaks part of the fear and silence that feed this kind of energy. Now let me tell you 2 stories. No names, no details that expose anyone, but stories that show exactly how these simple rituals can work. The first is about a woman in her late 50s who lived with the constant feeling, "Every time I take 1 step forward, something happens and I fall 2 steps back." She had just retired and was trying to reorganize her life, when suddenly, small accidents started happening, back-to-back illnesses, fights over inheritance, and a wave of nasty comments coming from her own family. When she placed the lemons at the door, near her clothes, and under her bed, all 3 at the same time, she told me that during the very first week, the lemons went bad incredibly fast. Instead of panicking, she kept replacing them, repeating the decree and doing the lemon and clove water ritual right in the center of her home. In about a month, she noticed 3 things. She was sleeping better, she wasn't breaking down crying as often, and a family member who always made jokes about her life and choices simply drifted away, moved to another city, and disappeared from her daily circle. Her life didn't suddenly become perfect, but the heavy weight she carried every day lightened in a very real way. She said, "It feels like my home stopped being a battlefield and became a home again." The second story is about an older gentleman who didn't believe in any of this, but decided to try the ritual just to see what happens, because his wife insisted. They placed the lemons, did everything step by step, and didn't tell a soul. Within a few days, a neighbor who constantly walked into their home, complaining, criticizing, giving unwanted advice, started showing up less and less. One day she even said, "I don't know why, but when I get to your door now, I feel something weird, like I shouldn't come in as much." They understood the message immediately. The energy was reorganizing itself, and the excess intrusion was being cut off. I'm not saying a lemon will fix your whole life overnight. What I am showing you is that when you take a spiritual action, the world around you starts responding. Never underestimate simple rituals. 1 lemon can do more for you than a candle lit without intention. A single clove can close more energetic doors than 100 empty words. What matters isn't the object by itself. It's the intention you put into it, the place where you put it, and the awareness behind your actions. If this video resonated with you, if you felt something inside you being acknowledged, don't let that feeling fade in 5 minutes. Place the 3 lemons with cloves. Speak with power. Declare your protection. Watch how the darkness begins to step back and how the people rooting against you slowly lose space and influence in your life. And I want you to do one more thing. If this message helped you in any way, share it with someone you know who's suffering quietly. A lot of people are waiting for a spiritual tool that is simple, practical, and real. And today, you received one. Write in the comments, "My protection begins now." That sentence is your commitment to the light, to your own energy. And if you want to go even deeper with this work, if you want to understand what your front door reveals about your protection, what certain objects near your entryway might be doing to your money, your luck, and your spiritual flow, then in the next video I'm going to show you major mistakes people make at their entrance that can open the door to everything you're trying to break here. So when you finish this video, look for the one where I talk about the front door and how to turn it into a true shield of prosperity and protection. We're not done here. This is just one step on a spiritual path of protection that still has so much to reveal to you. If you stayed with me up to this moment, it's because, deep inside, you're taking your spiritual protection seriously. So I want to give you a bonus I don't share with everyone. Along with the 3 lemons and the glass of water, you can create a personal protection code, something simple but incredibly powerful, that stays hidden in your home working for you day after day. Take a small piece of white paper, unlined, and a pen with blue or black ink. On the paper, write by hand, slowly. Nothing born from hate can attach to me. I am protected by light, by truth, and by spiritual justice. What is sent against me returns to its source as learning. Only blessings enter here. It doesn't need to look pretty. Your handwriting doesn't need to be perfect. What matters is that every word comes from your heart. When you're done writing, fold the paper into a very small square, gently, as if you were protecting something precious. And here's the important part. You won't leave this paper out in the open. You'll hide it somewhere in your home that only you know. It can be inside a drawer where you keep important documents, in a small box on your personal altar, beneath an object you rarely move, or even tucked inside a book that means something to you. When you hide the paper, say in a low but firm voice, "This is my protection code. Those who don't come in peace do not remain. Those who come in light find space. It is written. It is done." This small gesture creates an inner agreement between you and your own spirituality. It's like telling the universe, "I'm not a passive victim anymore. I'm actively participating in my protection." You don't need to show this paper to anyone. You don't need to mention it to anyone. This is your secret with the spiritual world. And if one day, down the road, you notice that something has shifted, that the energy in your home feels lighter, that certain cycles of struggle finally start breaking apart, remember this moment. A lot of things begin the day you decide to truly protect yourself. If you made it all the way to this bonus, write in the comments, without revealing your secret, simply, "I received the code." I'll know you're one of the people who doesn't quit halfway, who is building a spiritual shield with awareness step by step.